Welcome to Be Less Stupid. I'm your host, Jon Hotchkiss. Let's get right to it. Meet Diamond and Silk. At a 2015 rally, Donald Trump called them up on stage. And just before he let them speak, just out of habit, Trump asked the crowd how much they'd be willing to pay for these two fine specimens. You know, because he's a racist.
I want everybody to know, that we stand behind Donald J. Trump. Yes.
Since climbing on board the Trump train, Trump's self-proclaimed biggest supporters have become breakout internet stars. Plus, they have a weekly show on Fox News. But that's only so Rupert Murdoch can prevent Al Sharpton from picketing outside Tucker Carlson's studio. The ladies have converted their very confusing Trump affection into a well-oiled self-promotion machine that stops in any town whose mall has an Abercrombie and Tiki Torch store. As for their act, think, well, Donnie and Marie. Except in this case, she's a little bit country, and she absolves you for all the times that you said the N-word.
American people that want to obtain the American dream.
It's appalling. I look at this as discrimination. I look at this as freedom of speech. What about our freedom of speech as a censorship?
In person, the ladies are there to spin some straight talk, drop a few sassy rhymes, and sell $50 bobblehead dolls to white people so eager to prove that they're not racist that they're willing to pay $50 for a Diamond and Silk bobblehead doll. Earlier this week, Diamond and Silk's Roadshow, or as I have been calling it, Griftapalooza, pitched their tent about an hour from my house. So I decided to see what all the fuss was about. Look, this is the Marriott Hotel in Irvine, California. To get people to talk to me and be honest about why they wanted to see Diamond and Silk live, I made the choice to go undercover. It's a thing I've done at several Trump events. Well, not only are people more likely to open up and be honest with me when I talk to them, but also when they start chanting, "Jews will not replace us," no one gives me the weird side-eyes glance.
And no one on YouTube gets you closer to the facts, closer to the action, closer to the Democratic candidates. Subscribe now to Be Less Stupid. Liberal politics, investigations, muckraking, science, fact, and funny.
I showed up early and just walked right into the event like I belong there, because that is how I roll. With my Trump t-shirt and MAGA hat, I looked like one of them. Also, when I took people's pictures, instead of cheese, I have them say witch hunt. In my back pocket, I also had my cover story that I was sent by the Republican National Committee to get some video for the president's website. So you might be asking yourself, why did I choose to sneak in instead of pay? Well, for one thing, I don't have a racist conscience that I need salving. Plus, I'm not giving $200 to Diamond and Silk. That's what it costs to go see their event and have your picture taken with them. Plus, look, if I wanted to see a bunch of ass clowns blow smoke up Donald Trump's ass, I could do that for free by watching Tucker Carlson's show. As you can see, things started off pretty good. I had total access to the place. I was able to get lots of footage of the venue and the stage. I was able to see how many people would be in attendance. I also got video of their life-size cutout of Donald Trump and plenty of footage of all the crap that they were selling to all the suckers. Unfortunately, then this happened.
Okay, John. Well, you know, media is not, that's some private property. So that's the, I'm sorry?
Oh, no, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. So the thing being is private property. So let me direct you to the hotel staff. Is that okay?
Direct, I'm just curious for what? Direct.
It's private. No, hear me out. Yeah. I don't work for the hotel.
No, I know.
So the thing is, no, you're fine. So the thing is, I'm just need to direct you to their security. I don't know what their policies are, the hotel. But I can tell you, if it's private property, that's their rules. So that's why I'm directing you to them. Is Alfonso available?
I can give him a call right now.
Please, and just hand you over to John. Alfonso.
Is he allowed in here? Or is he...
No, he's not.
Okay. We'll ask him.
You may be on the outside in this private property. You go talk to him from there. No.
Out that way, the way you came in, please.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do that. Thank you very much. They threw me out. They threw me out. But I think I can go back in. So I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna go back and see if I could get myself inside. Yup, I got thrown out of the place. Now, to be fair, they did not kick me off the property, just out of the ballroom. And quite frankly, it may have been fortuitous, because as I walked, something caught my attention. And no, I don't mean a guy who had taken a hotel pillowcase and cut out the eyes. No, I'm talking about the number of women on the line. By my estimation, it was nearly 70% white women, which is even more than the 53% of white women who in 2016 voted for Donald Trump. And since then, one question has perplexed serious political observers. Why do so many women support Trump? Or, as the less serious political observers ask, ladies, seriously, what the F is wrong with you? You see, Trump's high approval rating among white women, even college-educated white women, seems totally nuts, right? I mean, look, the guy's on his third wife. 19 or 20 women have credibly accused him of sexual misconduct. And then there's all the pussy grabbing. Look, I wanted to know why Trump's approval among women remains so high. So look, I did some research and I talked to some experts. And look, here are 8 reasons why women remain loyal to Donald Trump. Number 1, it turns out that Trump's lewd behavior just is not a deal breaker for some women. Mostly religious, conservative women who have chosen a life and family roles that are more stereotypically traditional. For these women, Trump's lewdness is just, well, in their experience, it's normal male behavior and hardly worthy of condemnation. Number 2, there were lots of women who were frustrated in the run-up to the 2016 election with politics as usual, and they were voting for big radical change. And for these women, putting up with payments to a porn star, well, that was just the price to get the change that they wanted. Number 3, college-educated white women who are well off also supported Trump in high numbers because, well, people who are well off tend to support the candidate who is going to keep them well off. Number 4, there are many conservative women who tend to adopt lives where they fall into traditional gender roles. Men work, women take care of the home, and they raise the kids. So, if the husband likes Trump, the wives tend to as well. Because if the husband thinks that Trump is good for his business, well, that's good for the family, and thus good for the wife. Number 5, I read a story about Planned Parenthood. After the election, they did some focus groups with women who voted for Trump. They discovered that many of these women actually thought that Trump was pro-choice because he'd been married 3 times, he talks crudely, and had been accused of sexual harassment. These women just assumed that he'd paid for a few abortions in his time and assumed that he'd be pro-choice. Number 6, also, many of these pro-life women think of themselves as the type of people who don't need Planned Parenthood's medical services because they can afford to see their own family doctor. And well, they just have less concern for women who are less well off. Number 7, there were lots of women who were duped by Trump's, quite frankly, hilarious caricature of swaggering masculinity from nearly day 1 of his campaign. Remember, he promised to keep rapists out of the country. That tacit pledge to keep women safe and preserve order was, quite frankly, enough to keep some women on the Trump train. And finally, 73% of evangelical women under 35 voted for Donald Trump. For conservative women who value marriage and motherhood above almost all else, abortion feels like an attack on their role in the world. So look, now that we know why some women support Trump, the question that we have to ask is, how do Democrats speak to those concerns? How does Joe Biden or Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders tailor a message that resonates so much with those women that in 2020 they will vote blue? Don't look at me. Look, I have no idea. Do I have to do everything? Look, I bought the rocks. I got them to the trailhead. Do I also have to hump them through the river and over the mountains? Look, there's something to be said for just turning on the lights. That's what I did, turn on the lights. Look, for Be Less Stupid, I'm your host, Jon Hotchkiss. If you enjoy my work, I would humbly encourage you to please share it on social media and tell your friends to subscribe to this channel. And if you would like to show me some love and your solidarity with other liberal Democrats who care about equality, the First Amendment, and being pro-choice, go to my website and pick up a Be Less Stupid t-shirt. You just click shop in the menu. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Be Less Stupid.